What family secret was finally spilled in your family? I discovered my mother had a second family, complete with 2 children who had no idea I existed, living just 30 minutes away from us. I found out 3 weeks ago while helping my father clear out mom's belongings after she died suddenly from an aneurysm. Inside her locked desk drawer, I found a small leather-bound journal, birthday cards signed "Love, Mom," and photos of 2 teenage boys who had her eyes and smile. The journal documented her double life spanning 17 years, Mondays, Wednesdays, and every other weekend spent with her other family, while telling us she was caring for her sick aunt or working late shifts. Notes about soccer games, school achievements, and family vacations I knew nothing about. The most recent entry was dated just 4 days before she died. Dad walked in as I sat surrounded by this evidence, tears streaming down my face. I handed him the journal. His face drained of color, but something in his expression made me look up. His eyes weren't shocked. They were resigned. "You knew," I said flatly. It wasn't a question. He couldn't meet my eyes. "I found out 10 years ago. We agreed to stay together for your sake. You were just starting high school. We didn't want to destroy your world. So you let her continue this lie?" While I wondered why she was never around for my swim meets, my voice rose. "Did you know she missed my graduation dinner because their son was in a regional baseball championship?" Dad's silence was damning. I stormed out with the journal and photos. That night, I found the address written inside and drove there. A modest blue house with a basketball hoop in the driveway. I sat in my car for an hour, watching a man about my father's age move around inside. One of the boys came home, laughing with friends. The next day, I approached the man. "My name is Emma. I think you knew my mother, Claire." His face registered confusion, then recognition, then horror. "You're her daughter? But she said you were in college across the country." "I graduated 3 years ago. I've been living 20 minutes away." I showed him a photo. "She died last week." He staggered backward. "That's impossible. Claire was just here on Wednesday." His voice broke. I realized with a sickening jolt that he hadn't been told. Mom had died on Friday, and no one had informed her second family. Inside his house, surrounded by photos of my mother living a life I never knew, I learned the truth. Richard had met Mom at a conference 17 years ago. She told him she was divorced with a daughter who lived with her ex-husband. Soon she was splitting her time between 2 households, 2 families who never questioned her elaborate lies. The boys came home while we were talking. Tyler, 16, and James, 14, my half-brothers. They collapsed in grief when Richard told them about Mom. Through their tears, they asked questions about me, about the mother they thought they knew. We shared photos, same woman, different smiles, different memories. That night, I called Dad. "They deserve to be at her funeral," I said. "They deserve to say goodbye. It will cause a scandal," he argued. "Everyone will know what she did." "Good," I replied. "I'm tired of protecting her lies." At the funeral, we sat on opposite sides, the official family and the secret one. Whispers rippled through the congregation. Afterward, Tyler approached me, his eyes red but determined. "She kept this from us," he said, "but that doesn't mean we have to be strangers." Last weekend, I had dinner with my half-brothers. We shared stories about our different versions of our mother, who taught me to bake but taught James to play piano, who missed my swim meets but never Tyler's baseball games. Dad is selling our house and moving to Florida. "I spent enough of my life sharing your mother," he told me yesterday. "I won't share my grief too. I understand his anger, but I can't follow his path." These boys are the only blood family I have left. In their faces, I can still see pieces of my mother, the good parts I want to remember, not the lies that tore us all apart.